and spell a magic.
Honorable KP Singh ji, ex-Minister Government of MP, SDM Sahab Sri Mishra ji, Principal Sahab Sri Madam Manorma, and other guests, students, teachers, professors, press reporters, and everyone present here. I am inspired to say a few words at the time of this occasion, which indeed, in my opinion, is a very significant one, because all of us had assembled here to witness the program arranged by Mr. Rati Ram Dhakar, a devoted teacher of Pichor. Here I see this galaxy of intellectuals, the elite of the town, and thus I can opine that I witness this august body of audience. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to divide my speech into three parts. First, about language. The second, about the students. And the third, about the people of Pichor. Language is a means of communication. You can express your ideas. You can give words to your feelings if you are perfect in language. Otherwise, you are not in a position to do anything. What I want to tell you is that in our country there are hundreds of languages, out of which 22 are recognized by Indian Constitution. In the world, there are 205 countries. In UNO, there are 193 countries. 6 languages are recognized by UNO, but mainly the work is done in English. But my personal opinion is that each language has its importance, not to talk of English only. Each language has its importance for its native speakers. It is their mother tongue. One should be perfect in mother tongue first, and then there is no harm in learning other languages, particularly English. Because English is lingua franca these days. It's an international language. You go to America, north or south. You go to Europe or Africa. You go to Asia or Australasia. You go anywhere in the world, take it for granted if you know English, you are a king. You can express your ideas. You can give words to your feeling. You can say whatever you want to say, and you can understand what they want to say if you know English. So now I would like to tell you something about English. Let me tell you that before 1340, there was no English language. Before 1340, there was no English language. Chaucer has the privilege to be regarded as the father of English language and English poetry. There were only dialects, local dialects, with the final use of E. At the end of each word, there was E. George Bernard Shaw Eliot. These days, English is a very powerful international language. But my dear friends and students, if you want to learn English, you should know these 4 things. The first thing is about spellings. There is a difference between Hindi and English. Hindi is a very good language. What we speak, we spell exactly in accordance with that. In English, it is not so. Colonel, the spelling is C-O-L-O-N-E-L, colonel. No, colonel. Lieutenant, L-I-E-U-T-E, and it's very necessary that you should be good at pronunciation. If your pronunciation is not good, take it for granted that you cannot. It is always Wednesday. The correct pronunciation is Wednesday. Grammar. No. The correct pronunciation is grammar. Whenever it is R at the end of a word, preceded by a vowel, R is silent. Grammar. English grammar. We are studying grammar. Now, I come to another thing. Whenever there is T-I-O-N at the end of a word, it is shun. Function, not function. Function, invitation, station. It is T-I-O-N. Then I come to syntax. That is sentence formation. How to translate into English. There is a difference. Again, Hindi is powerful. I say, in Hindi we have double future. यदि वह कठिन परिश्रम करेगा future, तो वो उत्तीर्ण हो जाएगा future. In English there is only one future. If he works hard, he will pass. Means in the first clause it is always present indefinite. In the second clause it is future. Similarly, in negative also, in Hindi we have double. जब तक आप कठिन परिश्रम नहीं करते तब तक आप सफल नहीं हो सकते, दोनों जगह नहीं. In English it's not so. Only four. या नजदीक या बगल में. He lives by the college. By means tak. I shall come back by 4 o'clock. But humorous and trial scene stands no comparison. It was the best, very nice. And Azad Khan Pathan, his Qawwali in English was very good. He is a good artist. He deserves full appreciation for that. Again I say, I would like to talk something to the students of Pichur. My dear students, if you want to be successful in your life, first as a student and later on as a responsible citizen of the country, you should remember these 4 things. The first thing is that you should have optimistic attitude. An optimist is one who takes bright view of life. He goes on working. He fails even before the examination starts. But an optimist is never a loser. He is always a winner. He goes on saying, जिंदगी संघर्ष है स्वीकार करूंगा. जिंदगी संघर्ष है स्वीकार करूंगा. हार हो या जीत अंगीकार करूंगा. मंजिल भले ही बहुत दूर क्यों न हो, लक्ष्य पर तीर का हर बार करूंगा. जिंदगी संघर्ष है स्वीकार करूंगा. आधे मन से कोई काम होता नहीं. My dear students, you have to remember this thing. आधे मन से कोई काम होता नहीं. आशावादी कभी कुछ होता नहीं. आने नहीं दूंगा मैं में कमी. मेहनत करने वाला कभी रोता नहीं. रात से ही दिन का सवेरा है, दिन से ही रात का अंधेरा है. रात दिन एक दूसरे के पूरक हैं. फिर डर का किस लिए डेरा है. डर तुम्हें इतना क्यों डराता है. डर नहीं कोई जानवर जो खाता है. डर से डरना जो छोड़ देते, डर नहीं उनके पास आता है. डर से डरना जो छोड़ देते, डर नहीं उनके पास आता है. The second thing is discipline. I want you to be disciplined, and I am very happy to learn that the students of Pichur are very much disciplined. Discipline is to do the right thing at the right time in right manner so that you may have right result. And this is the reason I say अनुशासन जीवन सुगंध है. अनुशासन जीवन सुगंध है. जहां कहीं ये बहती हर्षित और प्रफुल्लित करती, सबको सबक ये देती. करो वही नियमानुसार जो उसमें अनुशासन रहता है. सही कार्य को सही समय पर सही रूप में करता है. Then the third thing is time. Time and tide wait for none. If you can keep pace with the time, time will definitely help you, support you, succor you, and take you to your destination. This, of course, I explain through one of my Hindi poems, in which I say, आज करें हम काम हमारे, कल किसने है देखा. आज करें हम काम हमारे, कल किसने है देखा. कल कल की इस कल कल में कहीं बदल न जाए जीवन रेखा. करना है तो अभी आज कर, नहीं तो कर नहीं पाएगा. आज के काम को कल पर छोड़ा तो तू ही पछताएगा. देखा किसने कल के कल को, कल तो आ नहीं पाएगा. कल का कल तो कल. सीखना है तो सीखो कल से जो कल निकल चुका है. जाते जाते कहता जाता कल का कल अब गुजर चुका है. पर क्या तुम अब कर पाए हो जो भी सोच रहे थे करना. यूं ही समय गुजरता जाता, केवल कहते कल कल करना. सोचना कल का अब तो छोड़ो, अभी आज से नाता जोड़ो. मन में तुम विश्वास जगाकर झूठे प्रलोभन सारे तोड़ो. सीखो काम समय पर करना, वर्तमान में जीवन जीना. जो भी करना आज करो तुम, छोड़ो अब तो कल कल करना. क्योंकि देखा किसने कल के कल को, कल तो आ नहीं पाएगा. कल का कल तो कल कल करता कल कल में ढल जाएगा. And the fourth thing, that is the last thing I would like to tell you, is hard work. You should work hard. You should not be afraid of difficulties or troubles. Trouble troubles you because you trouble the trouble by thinking trouble as a trouble. Trouble will not trouble you if you trouble not trouble by thinking trouble as a trouble. Inconvenience, wrongly taken is inconvenience. Rightly taken is adventure. Take it rightly and it is adventure for you, and go in saying अभी तो बहुत काम करने हैं मुझको, अभी तो बहुत लक्ष्य पाने हैं मुझको, अभी तो शुरुआत है जिंदगी की, अभी तो बहुत नाम करने हैं मुझको, न चुपचाप यूं ही मैं बैठा रहूंगा, न आलस न डर है न आराम लूंगा, मुश्किलें आएंगी चली जाएंगी, जाते जाते मुश्किलें ये कह जाएंगी, मुश्किलों को मिला मुश्किलों से कोई, मुश्किलों में भी जिसने न हिम्मत खोई, मुश्किलें ही तो मेरा मार्ग दे जाएंगी, मुश्किलें ही तो लक्ष्य तक ले जाएंगी। मुश्किलें दोस्त हैं, ये तो दुश्मन नहीं। मुश्किलों में कोई साथ देता नहीं, मुश्किलें साथ हैं। मुश्किलों में मेरे, मुश्किलों ही से तो बदले हैं दिन ये मेरे, मुश्किलें तो ये सीख देती मुझे, छोड़ो आराम, हर बार कहती मुझे काम पर चल पड़ो काम हो जाएगा, मुश्किलों से भी मुश्किल काम हो जाएगा। मुश्किलें साथ हैं, डर किस बात का, मुश्किलें दोस्त हैं, गम किस बात का, मुश्किलों से भी मुश्किल क्या मुश्किल होगी, मुश्किलों में तो तय मेरी मंजिल होगी, मंजिल तो मिली मुश्किलों से सही, दोस्त परखे मैंने मुश्किलों में सभी, दोस्त सुख के हैं दुख में न मिलता कोई, मुश्किलों में मुश्किलों से साथ देता कोई। मुश्किलें साथ हैं, पास मेहनत मेरी, लक्ष्य पाने में मुझको न लगती देरी, मुश्किलें मुश्किलों से मेहनत करनी है मुझको, सुबह हो या शाम एक ही हसरत है मुझको, लक्ष्य से भी आगे बहुत आगे बढ़ना है मुझको, मुश्किलों में ना आराम करना है मुझको। एंड नाउ the last thing, that is the third thing I would like. Of Pichor are good. The teachers of Pichor are good. The professors of Pichor are good, including principal. The officers of Pichor are good. The judges of Pichor are good. The people of Pichor are good. The lawyers of Pichor are good. And the leader of Pichor is good. Absolutely clear. He is devoted to duty and dedicated to profession. For that he deserves appreciation. What I anticipate is that he is going to touch the zenith MP. Definitely a day will come when you will see that he is going to be something, and he will be, nothing is impossible in this world, because he believes in the maximum good of the maximum people. Here are two couplets for Mr.
Yes, sir. Certainly what you ask me, I always cosmic chance.
How students to be tense, Miss Sikha Katajo. Now, I would like to invite second to none, ravishing Mr. Azad Khan Pathan.
In the court of Duke, the dispute is between Antonio the merchant, Christian merchant, and Shylock the Jew. What happens when Antonio takes money as a loan from Shylock on the condition that if he fails to repay the debt in stipulated time of Duke, nor the abusive language of Greciano, nor the surrender and submission of Antonio, nor the offer of Bassanio to pay 10 times more of Porcia's wit, how she presents the arguments and how she splits the hair. What happens when Shylock goes towards to Antonio cut a pound of flesh? All these things are being displayed by the students. They are here and going to play the trial scene of Merchant of Venice, written by William Shakespeare, the greatest dramatist of the world. Let us go. Here we go. Here we go.
Check with letter from Dr. Bellerio.
Bring the letters and call the messenger inside the court.
Antonio, be glad, don't be sad. What dare you have, Antonio? The cruel Shylock will take my flesh and blood before you leave even one drop of my blood.
I am like the diseased, castrated member of the flock, so I am most suitable for being killed. My dear Bassanio, write an inscription for my tombstone to serve as epitaph.
Have you come from Valerio?
Yeah, my lord. I have come from Bel-Air. You will convey his regards to your grace. Oh, Shylock, why are you sharpening your knife?
To cut a pound of flesh from Antonio's body because he has failed to repay my debt.
You are not sharpening the knife on the whetting slab. On the contrary, you are sharpening it on the whetstone of a malicious and cruel soul. Remember, Shylock, no metal can be so sharp, nor any hangman says be half as sharp as your enemy does any. You so vile and wicked. I believe that Pythagoras who said that the spirit of animals at the death entered to the bodies of man, and these men act as those animals. It is for this reason you are so vile, wicked, and wolfish. Means like wolf, thirsty and hungry for human flesh and blood.
Speak in abusive and coarse language till you can. You are unnecessarily demanding your lengths. Why shouting so loudly? Young man, get your wisdom overhauled so that you may speak and act wisely. Whatever I do here is legal and sanctity of law.
This letter, which I have received from Valerio, recommends a young man and scholarly of law to our court. Where is he?
He is waiting for your decision whether you permit him or not.
I permit him most readily and willingly. Go and take him immediately.
Yeah, my lord.
Have you come from the learned Dr. Valerio?
Yeah, I have come from him, my lord.
You are welcome here. Please take your seat. Are you aware of the dispute between Shylock and Antonio?
Yeah, I have been informed of the complete details of this case. Now let me, who is the merchant Antonio, who is Shylock the Jew.
Antonio and Shylock both are standing here. You see them?
Is your name Shylock?
Yeah, I'm Shylock.
Your suit is really peculiar in nature and such a lawful that any law cannot refuse its implementation. You are within the sphere of this law, are you not?
Yeah, Shylock says that I am his victim.
Do you accept the bond?
Yeah, I do.
If you don't refuse, the Jew should show mercy.
Why should I show mercy?
The nature of mercy is not imposed. It grows automatically. It falls directly from heaven. Similarly, the rain drops. Mercy is doubly blessed. Scepter of the king is the symbol of worldly power, which inspires fear and shows the worldly splendor of the kings. But the rule and power of mercy is higher and better than the rule and power of temporal kings. Therefore, although you demand justice, but I request you to consider what I have said. Just now, show mercy on Antonio.
I'm prepared to suffer the punishment of sinful deeds and still demand the implementation of the clause of forfeiture of the bond.
Is Antonio not able to repay the debt?
Yeah, I'm ready to give twice the amount on behalf of Antonio. If that will not suffice, I will be bound to pay 10 times over. If I fail to do so, I'm willing to offer my head, hands, heart as forfeit. If Shylock doesn't satisfy with what I have said, I request you, Doctor of Law, Your Honor, to do a little wrong and curb this cruel devil of his will.
No, not at all. It must not be done. If it is done, it will that many wrongs committed so this cannot be done.
A Daniel has come to a judgment. Yes, a Daniel. Oh, wise and young judge, I honor you so much.
I request you to let me look the bond.
It's your most honorable judge.
Shylock, you offer 3 times. The mercy is the revenge of your money that you gave.
No, I have taken an oath in the name of God, so I shall not commit the sin and damn my soul. By all means, I won't do so.
So this bond is for feet because the money is not repaid in time. But you, so mercy, Shylock, and to not 3 times. If that is so, please prepare your wasn't to cut a pound of flesh from your body.
You are really a noble and excellent judge.
For this reason, Antonio exposed your heart so that a pound of flesh may be cut from it.
Yes, it's braced. The bond says so. Oh, noble judge, the actual words in the bond are the nearest his heart.
Yeah, Shylock, you are correct. Are there bullets available to wet the flesh cut from Antonio's heart?
Yeah, I have brought them. They are here.
Please call a doctor at your own cost in order to dress Antonio's wounds. Otherwise, he will be to death.
I don't find it mentioned in the bond much to say. I am fully prepared for the flesh to be cut.
A pound of flesh of Antonio is yours. The court awards it and the law permits it.
You are the most rightful judge.
You must cut this pound of his flesh from his heart. The law permits it and the court gives it to you.
You are a learned judge, and it's a remarkable judgment. Come on and prepare yourself for this flesh to be cut.
But wait a minute, there's something more according to the sponge. Not a drop of blood is given to you. The words only say a pound of flesh. So act according to your bond and take a pound of flesh. But in cutting the flesh, if you cause even a drop of flesh to fall of this Christian merchant, your property movable and immovable will be confiscated to the state of vanish.
Oh, honest judge, you not all learned judge, what to speak of a judgment?
Is it the law?
You can satisfy yourself by seeing that act yourself because you have been laying stress on justice.
Oh, honest judge, you not all learned judge, most rightful judge that was ever born in the world.
All right, I then accept the offer of 3 times which I gave to Antonio as a loan, and I shall free him from the forfeiture.
Here is the money I promised you.
No, wait. The Jew will have full justice. So wait, don't make hurry to pay him. He will get nothing but punishment. Oh, Jew, here's an upright judge. How handsome hope you gave here. You are really ravishing rightful judge. Therefore, we ready to cut Antonio's flesh. Don't shed any blood. Don't cut either more or less than a pound. If you cut more or less than a pound, however, more or less, even if scales weighing the flesh go up or down, even slightly, you will be punished with. Second, Daniel has come to pronounce judgment. Really, a judge as honest and upright as Daniel himself. Now, Jew, I have got you in the grip. You have split hairs in the matter of laws. What a wonderful argument, what a wonderful argument. Why the Jews delaying? Why is he not proceeding to execute for feature? Shall I take a pound of flesh, account to sponge?
Give me only the money which I gave to Antonio as a loan and let me go.
It is ready, I take it.
He has already refused to accept the principal in the open court, but he cannot take it now.
Shall I not get only my principal even?
You will not have anything other than penalty for not being paid your date in time, so you can take a pound of flesh.
If that is so, let him enjoy my money. I will no longer claim it.
Don't go. You're Jew. You are in another grip of law. It is clearly mentioned in the laws of Venice, and that if it is true, that any foreigner tries by direct and that means the life of any citizen of Venice, property of that foreigner will be seized, and the life of the culprit is at the mercy of Duke only. Shallow, you have earned the punishment. You go down on your knees and beg forgiveness from the Duke.
I pardon your life even more you ask for it.
I'm really in the good graces of the Duke, so I humbly request to you, my lord, please permit me to leave the court.
I humbly request you, my lord, please excuse me because I must be for pleasure tonight.
I'm sorry that you have no time. Antonio Visanio Graciano, or reward this honorable gentleman and bid him farewell.
We are thankful to you.
We are grateful to you. We are indebted to you.
Here you well.
That we went.
Life is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, and signifies nothing. The same thing is opined by Hardy. It is happiness but an occasional episode in the general drama of pain. Shylock's view results in nothingness. Now, ladies and gentlemen, my right Reverend Dr. C.P.S. Shikarwar Sahib, I would like to invite Mr. Azad Khan for English Qabbali, but before inviting him, I would like to say to you, you have heard many Qabbals, just like Shankar Sambhu, Ajiz Naja, but I think Mr. Azad Khan Pathan is second to none in the matter of English Qabbali. He'll come and spell the magic before the audience. I would like to request you all enjoy the juice of the English Qabbali. Mr. Azad Khan Pathan will come and present English Qabbali. Mr. Azad Khan Pathan.
Honorable, I cannot dare to chief guest here. Just because he is the creator, he is the father of the orphan. All that I am giving to my whole introduction here. Actually, myself Dr. Azad. But who is responsible? I have done in English. Who is responsible? I can play various type of, I can sing a song. But who is responsible? Mr. Dr. C.P. Singh Shikarwar is the responsible about it. So, in the honor of him, when I heard these days I am in a dilemma, in spite of I am here, and now I say I am taking the permission. Yes, please. So now I start my Qabbali. Renegade, oh renegade, ren, but don't run. Oh renegade, ren, but don't run. That she may not come, but when she comes, run, that she may not go. What when she comes, run, that she may not go, that she may not go. If you meet me, if you meet me on the path of love, if you meet me on the path of love, then promise me to meet again. If you meet me on the path of love, then promise me to meet again. Ah, 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 oh, if you meet me, if you meet me on the path of love, then promise me to meet again. If you meet me on the path of love, if you meet me on the path of love, then promise me to meet again. If you meet me.
Yeah, see the student.